Dan Hyde. I was on the GB boat for the Clipper 2015-16 race, and I did the Atlantic crossing, the opening leg from London to Rio, which was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. During that time on the boat, I realised that there were some things I could pass on to other people to help them strengthen their bodies for such a difficult task ahead. So here's a collection of exercises that I think will be beneficial to you.
Elastic bands are one of my favourite tools to use to warm up the shoulders and the upper body. With the front stretch, wrap the elastic around your hands one time, hold your hands out in front of your chest about 12 inches apart, and then stretch the elastic using straight arms, pushing your chest forward and pinching your shoulder blades together. This is an excellent exercise to warm up your shoulders and your upper back. The up and over is an excellent stretch for the shoulder muscles. Wrap the elastic around your hands one time, let your arms hang by your sides, and then lift the elastic up over your head until you can feel a stretch in the shoulder muscles, and it goes all the way down to your backside and then back over again. So it's a full shoulder exercise. The double wrap may not seem like it's doing a great deal, but it's working a very important muscle in the back of your shoulder which stabilizes the shoulder girdle. Double wrap the elastic around your hands to make the space between your hands a bit shorter, about 6 inches apart. And then keeping your hands wide open, you're going to keep your elbows pinned into your sides. That's the most important part of this exercise, and slowly move your hands apart until you can feel resistance from the elastic and a taxation on the muscles in the back of your shoulder. A few key points when you're performing the 360. Keep your arms as straight as possible, and as you lift one arm up, you'll feel the elastic start to pull tight, and that will bring the other arm up with it. The pivot point on this is at the back of the neck, so as soon as the elastic goes behind your head and you can feel it on the nape of your neck, that's when you start to move your other arm. You can either do this continuously in one direction, or you can alternate and go in one way and then the other. The knee push-up is the first level of push-up. You need to make sure that your body's straight and strong from your knees to your shoulders, making sure you're keeping your core tight and your hips strong. Hands shoulder width apart underneath your shoulders, and then lower your chest down until your nose touches the floor, and then push back up. And the tighter you can keep your elbows into your sides, the more benefit you'll receive from this exercise. I'm sure you've all seen a regular push-up before. I'm just going to give you a few pointers on this one. Make sure your body's strong from your feet to your shoulders, so your whole body's like a plank. And as you lower yourself down, keeping your elbows into your sides, make sure your nose touches the floor, and then you push yourself back up again. The stronger and the stiffer your body is on this one, the easier you'll find it. The diamond push-up's slightly more advanced. Put your index fingers and your thumbs together and place them on the floor, and you'll notice this is why it's called a diamond push-up. Put your hands underneath your chest, body straight just like a regular push-up, and then lower yourself down so your chest is touching the top of your hands before you push back up again. This puts a lot more emphasis on your arms and shoulders. The fingertip push-up is another advancement of a regular push-up. Spread your fingers apart and place your fingertips on the floor about shoulder width apart. Lower yourself down until the tops of your shoulders touch the backs of your hands, and then push yourself back up again. And just like a regular push-up, make sure your core and your legs are strong all the way throughout. And you're going to need good strength in your hands and your forearms for everything you do on the boat. For those of you that found the fingertip push-up a little bit easier than most, here's another challenge for you. This one's inspired by Bruce Lee. So start with 5 fingers, and as you do a push-up, you remove a finger. So starting with the little finger, you go down to 3 fingers and a thumb, 2 fingers and a thumb, and then index finger and a thumb, and then back up again. Like a pyramid, you start with 5 fingers, you go down to 2, and then back up again. And if you can do it, I'll be very, very impressed.